People of Reddit in virtual classes. What was the worst? Oops, I left my camera/mic on moment. During orientation on Zoom, some guy said, "Man, this class so flippin' dumb." I felt really bad for the teacher. My husband is a chemistry professor. He was teaching a class via Zoom and overheard a female student say she'd like to punch him in the. I guess they have bad chemistry. Seems like an overreaction to me. I guess they didn't form a strong bond. Definitely wasn't organic. Doesn't matter. When I forgot to turn off my video and my cat attacked me. What the feep did you do to it? Nothing. It was just bored. Well, I guess I can't blame Yat. One time my cat just drop-kicked me in the jaw and ran off for no reason. A girl I know had her camera and mic on for answering some question. Her dad didn't know that she was attending classes and he farted out loud. We saw her die on the inside. My BF just did this in his sleep. I was in a meeting for work beside him on the couch. My camera was off, so I'm pretty sure they thought I farted mid-sentence. I sneezed and a huge booger flew out. They saw. Some of it got on my hand. Some of it got on the camera. RIP. I hope you recover from that soon. I think they may still be a little on edge. Not me, but this kid in my friend's class got caught digging for gold in his nose. He forgot to stake a claim first. One of my 5th graders took the whole class to the bathroom. Video off, microphone on. I joined the class on my phone and thought I had my mic muted. I put my phone on my music stand and did some piano practice since the lesson hadn't really started, and after I finished playing the first piece, my history teacher said, "That was some lovely piano playing, but can we get to the lesson now?" During a one-on-one, my coworker was screen sharing on Zoom so we could both see and discuss the changes to a document in real time. After an hour, we decided to take a 10-minute break. I went to the washroom and came back to my computer, seeing he still had his screen share on, and navigated to a NSFW website. I waited until he returned from his break. And I didn't mention anything. Hey. We all make mistakes. And in these trying times, why take away any pleasure or make an interaction uncomfortable? As someone who's done something similar, the haunting realization of leaving screen share on only comes after the call is over. The next several hours is spent over-analyzing everything to judge whether the other person saw anything. And then calculating how much respect you lost if they did see it. Once someone's bird escaped from the cage and was flying around everywhere. The guy forgot to turn off his camera and started chasing it around. Everyone was laughing. Someone was listening to music. We don't know what it is because the volume was too low. But it was just funny. Someone unmuted his mic to say something and someone in the background said "Legoo" in a really loud voice. It killed all of us. Haha. Someone unmuted themselves and wanted to say something. But their young sibling said "Holy speep" in a really loud voice. Again. We all died from that. Even the host was laughing. Oh hey. I had the first one happen to me when I was in a team meeting. I accidentally left my bird's lock a bit too loose. She popped it open while I was talking on a video call and proceeded to fly over to me. Cue my boss and co-workers seeing this and me going, "Wait, what? Why are back in your cage? Sorry. I need a minute." Before turning my camera and mic off, I could hear all of them laughing. And I have to admit it was pretty funny. I gave up with my bird. He'd make so much noise I just let him out. Then mid-meeting he flew onto my glasses. Whole meeting was laughing. I got a second bird last year and he just plays on his play stand in the background. People are always asking where my birds are if they can't see them. We have 2 leopard geckos. And my wife was holding one when a meeting started. They will sleep on her shirt covered up in a blanket, so she has them while working all the time. The lizard made himself seen on the camera, and now one of her fairly high up bosses won't allow a meeting to start unless my wife has a gecko on her shirt somewhere and he can see it. Undefined. We were in band, playing our instruments and doing our stuff. As usual, nobody wanted to have their camera on. So he is completely fine with that. All of a sudden, I get an earful of loud music blaring through the speakers. Some kid forgot his mic was on after asking a question. And he was playing First Place by Larray. Those who did have their camera on were dying laughing. And the teacher couldn't figure out who it was, because the Google Meet band class was so big. About 2 minutes later it finally stops. And everyone is rioting in the chat. And I was laughing myself. We all bless the kid, because he actually saved us from the last few minutes of class. And the hardest measures. Yeah, Google Meet sucked, but this was one epic moment. Not in a class and just with friends. But I accidentally left my mic on while eating soup once. When I put my headphones back on, everyone was laughing hysterically at what they thought was weird sex noises. I wonder how many of these crazy Zoom incidents are actually more innocent stories like this one. What type of soup? I've heard the N-word more in the past year than I had in my life up until that point. Do you even play Call of Duty? On Xbox 360? No scope? Our teacher was checking if we all were present. Her connection was really bad. We all couldn't understand anything she said. One of my classmates unknowingly that his mic was on. WTF does that idiot think? We can't even hear her. Somehow she could hear that perfectly. I was on a virtual classroom whilst simultaneously messaging a WhatsApp group me and some others in that class were in. Someone made a funny joke when someone was speaking on the group, and the person who was speaking saw the message and started laughing. Just so you know, you will do this deep into adulthood. Yup. We do this purposefully on conference calls on the regular. I was in class and some kid accidentally turned his mic on somehow, and all I could hear was the loudest fart ever imagined, and then said, "Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was on." Not the worst but funny. Teacher warned us he was going to ask a bunch of questions and he expected participation. I said instinctively, "Oh God no," and he heard me crystal clear. I had been snuggling with my dog, chatting to myself, and listening to music on Alexa before class. Class started and I first loudly told Alexa to pause, thereby ensuring I had everyone's attention. I followed that up by telling myself, "Sorry babe, class is starting," thereby establishing I hadn't so off screen. This disrupted grumpy old non-cuddler pup who got up to leave. So I said in a super cringe-worthy sappy voice, "Thank you for coming to cuddle with me. I LOOOOOVED." Cue the entire class filling with laughing muted faces. And me finally noticing that this was all being shared. The instinctive double hand clap over mouth did nothing to make me look less stupid. For the record, my camera and audio were off for the rest of the lesson while I wallowed in embarrassment. So, they heard Alexa, "Stop. Sorry babe. Class is starting. But thank you for coming to cuddle with me." I loved it. Like it was all about your girl. You up. With like the most syrupy sweet baby voice ever. 2. It was before a lecture and the prof and all of the students were waiting for the rest to join the meeting. Then all of us can hear from a student. Can they hear us? Her dad. No. My microphone is muted. The student. To have then a full in-family discussion about something. Was not too embarrassing. But still funny. I'm a student, but this happened at work. I work in a doctor's office. One of the doctors I work with is lovely, but she always forgets to mute herself on Zoom. Every week I hear something new that I shouldn't have. Last week she was upset at some very sexist treatment she was receiving. Essentially the male doctors get vacation whenever, but she has to book hers or get approval. I'm with her, that's bullspeep. This week I found out she hates her mother-in-law. My wife went on a profanity-laden rant about her professor, who assigned 100 homework problems the week before the final to me during class. She was not muted. The professor was also teaching from a sports bar where he was having dinner and drinks while watching a basketball game, and his waitress called him out on it. I have a buddy who is a college professor. While I've never seen him teach a class from a bar, I've seen him have a couple of open question sessions from across from me at that bar.
Hey guys, if you like this video then smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more contents like this. And don't forget to press that bell icon to get notified for future videos. Thanks for watching. Click here to see more videos.